So talk to me a bit about what you want to achieve in the next sort of 3 and 5 years, and how you want to help. So use your knowledge that you've got, experience, to the benefit of others. What sort of things are going to appear in your world?
Appearing in my world is the a program that helps people buying from auctions and title splitting, so that we get.
Oh wow! So education, a program to fantastic.
To also help people with their legacy, because my belief is that property is a great way of leaving legacy, and if you do it right, you can mitigate your inheritance tax loss. I'm never going to say you can avoid it, but you can mitigate your inheritance tax loss. You need to remember that everything over £325,000 is taxed at 40% when you die. That might be okay, but it might not. Depends on how you feel. So to help people do that, and to grow my property portfolio at the moment, I hope by the next 3 to 5 years, I've seen the end of the current project. I'm currently working on an option in the Broads, where I've taken on a disused chalet park with 11 units on it.
Yeah.
We've got an option for 2 years, and we've got to get it up and running. And then we're intending to, unless we can get a long-term lease on it from somebody, and there is some possibilities of it being respite care. So we'd have a 20-year lease from a charity who would take it
from you. Yeah.
Other than that, it's to sell it on to somebody else to do their to live their ideal life from. It's so at the moment, as I say, we've got it on an option. We've got to raise the funds in 2 years, but it should be running by then, and we will either sell the option or sell the company on which owns the option, or indeed sell the property on. But if we get a good lease on it, or get somebody running it, we may well then keep it.
Yeah.
We'll go in.
How do you come across things like that? I mean, you're in networking and you kind of come across stuff, but.
Well, this one was brought to me by a sourcer.
Okay.
It was brought to me by a JV partner who needed some expertise.
Okay.
So she didn't have the expertise, and I got involved, but I didn't have the money. So I brought somebody in with the money, but unfortunately that didn't work too well. And it ended up being a sourced deal, so we're paying the person who found it for the deal.
Okay.
And that's she formed a great relationship with the owners, and nobody could get any finance because it'd been closed for so long.
I see.
So we offered them a lower amount, what it was worth, and we probably could have got finance on. But they weren't prepared to take that. So we offered them an option. This is a tale of we've been at this a long time.
Yeah.
We're nearly coming 2 years. We offered them an option. They said no, they wanted to sell it, but nobody wanted to buy it. And in the end, they came back to us about this time last year, and said, okay, do you want an option then? And so we started the option. We didn't complete that till October.
Yeah.
It took a long time to get it going. The property that was going to finance it fell through in the process of that, which was going to finance the refurb, which has given us a bit of a headache. So we're currently looking for further JV finance and working on that. But we've started, and we've got some lettings, and it's going on Airbnb. And
smashing. Okay, so you're sort of running.
So some of it's going on Airbnb, and some of it isn't. But it's got private sewerage. We've had to have all the pumps replaced.
Yeah.
You have to have the tanks serviced. The water, the oil tanks for the central heating were full of water, and I had to have all the tanks cleaned and stuff like that. So
yeah.
we're working on it. It's a bit slower than we have anticipated, but it will be in use this summer, and getting some good funds, and we're looking at how we can develop it, and what's the best way to move forward with the development. So, and hoping to expand it slightly by putting some extra units on.
So lots of, excuse the pun, options for that option by the sound of things.
Yeah,
okay.
Really
that sounds smashing.
Yeah,
that's what
really
you need from a development, isn't it? From a project, is lots of ways forward.
And I'm also involved in another one up north, which is we haven't yet got that. We can do an exchange today completion on it, which is hopefully going to develop. It's going to be development land, so we can sell it on for planning gain.
Smashing. That sounds great. Well, thanks, Joy. I think that's probably, we're approaching the end, but I'm just sort of thinking, if I recap the last sort of half hour, how do I do that? I think we talked about, you don't know what you don't know. Build your power team, get asking the right questions, and specifically with regarding you. So you offer kind of a deal clinic type service, so I can sort of appraise something with somebody else. Just, is this going to work? Do you want to spend the next 6 months looking at this, or do you want to spin it today? kind of thing. Or okay, and then sort of leaving a legacy. And I think I kind of got a sense of your reason why in that a little bit. So the idea of property, there is no point per se in doing property unless cash flow, security, or legacy, or a combination of those things.
A combination of all
those things are, and structure your life around what your objective is. Okay, makes sense. And then in terms of other things you've got going on, so kind of a general mentorship, given the experience that you've got.
So I really like newbies, but I also like people to understand what they don't know. And that's a minefield.
No, smashing. Well, thanks very much. I think if we stop there. So Joy's details are on the ticker on the bottom. So please do get in touch with any questions you have for Joy. And thanks, Joy. And just going to wrap up here. So thanks for watching Your Property Business. It's a podcast that we talk to experts in the property industry with the aim of helping landlords, investors manage and invest their property, their money and their time well. Thanks very much, Joy. And I'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.